So this week on Ding Cooks, episode 62, sous vide chicken breast, wrapped with Parma ham, served with a veloute sauce, asparagus and mashed potato. Shall we try? So our sous vide chicken breast, you're going to need a chicken breast, some prosciutto, potatoes, asparagus, butter, flour and some chicken stock. Let's go! Now, when we're making this, we're doing sous vide chicken breast. Our sous vide is on at 149 degrees Fahrenheit, 65 degrees Celsius. It will go in for about an hour and a half. All depends on the thickness. Minimum 40 minutes, if 45 minutes, if it's about an inch, anything more, hour and a half, up to 3 hours. So, our chicken breast, nice big Tyson one. So, all we're simply going to do, a little bit of salt, not so much, a little bit of black pepper, and then our prosciutto. Now you do not have to do this, it is purely up to yourself. I just like putting it on. It just adds a little bit more to it. So we're going to try and tuck under and come around. And that is simply it. Now, as always, vacuum bag, it's ready to go. Make sure you open it nice and big. With this, I'm going to try and put it down into one of the corners. So I'm going to aim to get this as deep in as I can. Try not to lose the ham to the bag. It's right down the very bottom, so that'll suck nice and tight when we put the sous vide on here. Open up our vacuum sealer. That wee neck. Now, you should use a smaller bag. I just don't have any on me at the minute. I forgot to order them. And the small bags I have are too small. So we will just put that there. Let's bring that over a wee bit. There you get a better chance of seeing it. So you make sure it's inside this wee groove. This is your heat seal. And that's us ready to go. All we're going to do, just roll that end over end and then into our sous vide. Now this is why I love sous vide so much. I can put that in now and I can come back in an hour, 2, 3, I can come back in 4 hours if I really wanted. So today's T's birthday, I'll go see him. I will be back for that and make the rest in about an hour or so. See you then. Okay, so that was almost more like 3 hours. And look, our potatoes are magically peeled. This is the great bit about sous vide. This will not be overcooked. So, potatoes for a mash, we're just going to cut them up roughly the same size. That is the important part here, okay? Not too big, not too small. We're just looking for that nice cube. You could boil them, I guess, if you wanted, but they would not boil very quickly. And that's something that you want to avoid. But again, if you go too small, then we end up where you end up making potato soup. I'll put these in on the bag, get our water in, away we go. So the potatoes are going in the back, we're going to make our sauce. And our sauce this week is a veloute, which sounds very fancy, but it's not so fancy. Our veloute is made with a roux. Now, when we're making a roux, we're going to try and get as much flavour in as we can. Now you're saying, how are we going to do that? Very, very simple. Butter. A roux is just melted butter, then we add our flour in to thicken, and then we add in our stock. We're making our veloute this time. So about 30 grams of butter, 30 grams of flour, and 500 mils of our stock. So that's our butter. Let's get that up. Now our game here, what we're trying to do is brown the butter. When we brown the butter, what we're enabling it to do is add more flavour. So we just want this to brown. Try to get that sort of nice dark colour. Darker the better. Just get a little bit darker, and we start to add in our flour. So you can see the darkness in the butter. It's not as dark as you can go, but it'll do for now. So all we do is add a wee bit of flour in. We just add it piece by piece again, only 30 grams here. And we just start to let that come together. Again, put more in there. Just little by little. And you can see the colour it's going now. Almost a honeycomb sort of colour. Now it's starting to thicken up a lot more. And you can see how thick it's getting now. This is where it gets a little scary. When you start to add in your stock, cook it out a wee bit, we go a wee bit darker. This is where a lot of taste comes in. And because we're using a chicken stock that, you know, where it's just a cube or a sachet, whatever you want to use. Sort of, yes, there is flavour in it, but not a lot. But if we just cook this on a little bit more, that's where your flavour's really going to come from. And always keep an eye on your potatoes. The last time I made this was actually for a dinner with Jimmy, where we had chicken pie. And sort of the idea of a veloute is sort of like velvet, sort of coats your mouth. Okay, that's enough now. So when you start to put this in, it's going to get thicker. Don't panic. Keep going until it's as thick as you think it can be. I'll just turn that down a wee bit. Then add more. Don't worry. It will come back together. And you see it sort of comes this sort of paste. Just add it, let it combine and add again. And the reason that this is going to have a lovely dark colour, other than I might put a bit of soy sauce in, a wee bit of pepper and salt and pepper, away you go. The biggest thing that's going to help this is the fact that we browned everything before. We let that go and go and go. And that is going to be our big winner. So you can see there. Spuds are almost done, just need about 2 minutes. Let's get a wee taste of this. You can see the look of it. Because we cooked on with the flour and the butter, made it darker. This is a lovely colour to it now, lovely sheen. Just from doing that. Now we'll put a wee bit of salt, a wee bit of pepper, maybe a wee bit of soy sauce. Don't tell anyone. But it will make it just a wee bit lame parents actually. We'll save the soy sauce. So we'll get another wee. Yes, you can see there it actually coats the back of the spoon. Let's get our spuds off. Now it comes to our spuds. We are just going to let them steam dry. The big reason in that, it gets more moisture out. All that steam that's coming off now is just more moisture that we don't want. Once they're finished, we can add a bit of butter. Now, as far as our asparagus, very, very simple. Pan. Now asparagus, all we're going to do is just do that. And that's the bit we can eat, that's the bit we don't want. Same again. I remember Sheena cooking this before. We were doing the barbecue. And Sheena looked at me, and I'm going, what do we do with this? Well, we actually just barbecued it. Little drop of olive oil. And it goes. Bit of heat. We might need to turn on the fans. So, asparagus, and it goes. And we'll give that sort of, I guess, 5 minutes. Just till it softens, away we go. Meantime, we will mash our mash. Add a bit of butter in that, put the heat back on it, get it going again. Good to go. Chicken's gonna come out. 2 minutes in this pan, bang, bang, done. So there's our potatoes there. Let's give it a look. We're going to take a fork, mash them up. No fancy mashers on this channel, huh? So asparagus is there. There's the asparagus ready to go, getting almost ready. Potatoes, need some butter. Our gravy is ready to go. As always with my cooking, a wee bit more butter is required. And we'll just let the heat from the potatoes take that. Ooh, look at that. Turn it over. And then just mash our butter in. Our sauce is ready. Our spuds are ready. This is ready. We'll put on a wee bit of, let's put a wee bit of cloth down for it, just so that the oil doesn't soak the whole pan. Then we get our chicken out after 3 hours. Turn that off for a second. Get our chicken out. Oh yes. Right, same as last time. We're gonna take it out, we're gonna dry it, and then we're gonna bang it into that pan. You can dry chicken. So as you can see there, it's a bit white looking, but we'll put it down. We're going to pat it dry. Just give it a little pat, pat, pat. Heat up our oil again. You can see how dry it is there. Just taking as much off as you can, but that is beautiful. And in we go. And then we are almost ready to plate up. And you see that brownish instantly there. Just from that little bit of oil. Again, let's try and kill a bit of that oil. We'll back in about 2 minutes to taste. And now, just a little drizzle of gravy, or of our sauce, or veloute. There's only one thing left to do, is to taste. So there it is, our final product. Let's give it a taste. So let's go for what we're all here for, the chicken. We'll go in, and this will be so juicy, guaranteed. Fall apart tender. Look at that. Where else can you cook chicken for 3 hours and have it that juicy and that soft? This doesn't happen. I've been cooking chicken breast for a long time. In the oven for a long time. And I've got it like that maybe twice. This does it every single time. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? Imagine you have a dinner party and you got 10 people coming over. You can do this for 10 with ease. And now you don't have to think about it. And look at how pull apart it is as well. Just pulls apart. It's like a sauce. Perfect. Amazing. Give it a try. Sous vide. It is the way forward if you've time, but it is worth the time. See you next week.